Grant's Rock Warehouse, and tonight we are looking at our top 10 favorite tracks from 1980. We have a big panel here tonight. What's going to be fun? We want to hear from you in the chat, so let's get this started.
Talking bands no one talks about. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and I want to welcome the panel tonight. I want to welcome everybody in the comments. Sorry we're a little late, but we had a little bit of a technical issue. Thank God it wasn't yesterday. But we had a little technical issue, but we got it all straightened out. I want to welcome the panel for tonight. We've got Johnny Metal making an appearance.
Finally.
God, it's to try to get that guy booked on a show. Got BM Bolt is here. We've got Ernesto. We've got DC Tune Time, and of course John the Music Nut. And this is a continuation of what we've been doing forever. It seems like forever, at least a year. So we're going through each year, picking our favorite top 10 tracks. We're just keeping it interactive. Maybe we can turn you on to some stuff, but we'll keep it loose, and we're just going to go around. I'm just going to go as I see it, and we're going to go 3, 3, and 4. We'll keep it moving. So I'm going to go Johnny Metal, BM Bolt, Ernesto, DC, John the Music Nut, back to me. So Johnny Metal, nice to see you. How are you? Let's hear your first three.
Good to see you, Cotton.
Right. Oh, but wait a minute before we start. Holy crap! Look at everybody in the chat already.
Boy. Oh,
Eddie
man.
Money Trinidad. I don't know. That may show up tonight.
That's a great song.
Maybe.
Marlon. Hey.
Marlon's here.
Look at him. I can hardly wait for what Marlon's going to dish out.
Oh, especially for me.
Oh, Marlon. Wait till you hear DC's picks. It's going to set you're just going to melt down. Who else? Digon to John. He's here. All right. Gary Joyce. How are you?
Hello, Principal.
The principal is here. Gary
Oh, boy.
Halverson. Jeff Halverson's here. Nice to see you, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, you know what, Mr. Frickin' Frackin'? I thought since
Hello.
I'm the captain, I'm just going to wear the hat. So, why not?
Why not?
Granty Grant. All right. Davey Cretan's here. There he is. All right.
Davey.
I can go on now. This gave everyone enough time to join. What's that?
Long time no see, Davey Creed.
Yeah. That's right, Davey. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, 6K, baby. Marlon, I won't let it bother me tonight. That's good. All right, let's get started.
Yeah,
John, what?
All right. So my number 10 pick
Gotta
from
find
this would have been a band that John the Music Nut and myself got to watch together live just recently from the Strong Arm of the Law album, Dallas 1 p.m. from the band Saxon.
Yeah.
Great song. Ends off the album. Song about the Kennedy assassination, which as a teenager, I had a little bit of I was interested in knowing about more as I would learn about history and things of that nature. So very chugging song. Very cool to see live. I was so happy to see that one live. My number 9 song. Then I switch gears on everybody. I'm going to switch gears a couple of times with you guys here. From the third self-titled Peter Gabriel album, Games Without Frontiers. I was always confused if this was a Genesis song or a Peter Gabriel song for a little while as a kid and my teenage years. But I finally realized it was just Peter Gabriel solo because I grew up with Genesis, especially the Peter Gabriel era. That was really my introduction to Genesis, really. So. But Games Without Frontiers, just just those menacing lyrics and just good song all around. And then
wait a minute, you know who's on backing vocals? Who does that bit?
I believe that's
part.
the female part. I can't remember that.
That's Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, yes, who would make a few more appearances with Peter Gabriel. Yeah. All right, and then the next one. This comes from a soundtrack, which I got to see in the theater as a kid. Flash.
Yeah.
Look at Ernesto.
Look at that 8-track. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. Hold up that 8-track again, because I have never seen that in my life.
That is awesome.
Holy smoke.
I didn't know that came out. I've never seen one of those.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that's classic right there.
I'll tell you, I went to see that in the theaters as a kid. Loved them. I thought the movie was great. It's cheesy looking back on it now.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that theme song just resonates so much. That whole driving beat and everything.
Yep.
So, there you go. There's my first three for you.
So let me ask you this: does the panel really consider this a Queen record? Is it a Queen album
The
or is it
soundtrack.
just a soundtrack?
Soundtrack.
But it's okay. I
Yeah.
don't-
No judgment, however you see it.
You could probably look at that Flash track as one of the last great Queen tracks. Maybe.
At least until Innuendo, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, cool. Johnny Metal, thanks very much. That is cool. All right, BM Bolt, let's throw it over to you.
All right. 1980. These are my formative years. I'm like a sophomore in high
I
school.
thought you were still in your formative years.
No. It's like my sophomore year of high school, really. And so a lot of these bands were new to me. And this is like the time I'm first hearing their new albums as they come out, instead of hearing them after the fact.
Right.
But there's so many songs to choose from. I kind of went a little unconventional, I think, at times here because I don't want to just pick all the songs that everybody else is picking, but I'm sure some of my songs are going to get picked anyway. But I'm going to start with Tempest Fugit off of Drama. I mean, there's a few great tracks on here, but man, the bass on here is just incredible. But so is the drums and the guitars and the keyboards, though. But to me, this is almost there's vocals in here, but it's really to me an instrumental. It seems that way because the vocals are kind of just kind of stupid in some ways, I guess. They don't really make much sense, but if that would have been instrumental, it would have been fine as well. So that's my first pick.
Well, I love that record, though.
Yeah, I could pick 3 or 4 tracks off there probably.
Yeah.
That song is Yes Does Ska. That's what that sounds like. Yes, doing a ska song. It's great.
Yeah, it's incredible. So my next track, I'm gonna go off of All Shook Up. I'm gonna go with the first track, Stop This Game. It's got a beautiful introduction. And then all of a sudden it just kind of kicks in. I don't know if those are real strings or if they're like an ARP synthesizer or what.
No, I think they're real strings.
But then doesn't it even sound like there's like horns going on? I don't know if those are real horns or not, but such a great song. Robin sings his ass off on this track, though. I love it. I could have picked anything off of this, a couple tracks off of this, Found All the Parts as well, but I didn't. I'm sure somebody else will. And then my next pick, I'm going to go. All right. When this album came out, I was completely blown away by it. Mostly, especially the guitar playing. I'm going to go Ozzy's first album, and I'm going to pick Mr. Crowley because the solos on here just blew my mind. And I remember playing that song over and over, trying to learn the solos.
How'd that go for you?
I had much better luck with the second solo. The first solo, I really couldn't get at all. But yeah, this was a real critical album in my development as a music lover.
As a young male.
Young
Right.
axe slinger.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely worshipped Randy Rhoads there at that time.
Sure.
And, man, I got to see him right before he died, which was kind of good. But I mean,
You
it
saw
wasn't
him
good when he
live?
died. I saw him about a month before he died.
Oh,
I'll be darned.
he's from the town near me. He's not that far away. From Burbank, California.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's close to Ernesto.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's in LA, man. So.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite Cheap Trick tune. Great choice, Davey. For God's sakes, come on, man.
That is
He likes everything.
I might have
Davey
been 1
likes
for
it all.
3 with Marlon on that round, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so far Merlin hasn't vomited, as far as I know. I haven't.
They haven't gotten to me yet, so don't
He's
count your
waiting.
chickens.
Oh, Marlon
He's
did
laying
say,
in wait.
"Don't be late by Saga." I don't think
Great
anybody
call.
chose that. That's a good
No,
choice,
nobody
though.
chose that.
It was a thought for me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there you go. Great minds think alike. Look, one of Ernesto's fans.
Peeps. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. All right. Davey, I'm just giving you crap. Oh, look at this. D Rocker. Gamma 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Right, that was your 3, right, Byron?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's throw it over to Ernesto. Ernesto, give us your 3.
All right. So my number 10 is going to be from a South African keyboardist, pretty well known to most of us, and great singer, guitarist, vocalist. I'm going to go with Manfred Mann. I don't know if you guys can see the album.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
And
I
the
got to
song
find
is
it. There it
called-
is.
Yeah, there you go. It's called For You. It's a great song. Love Tony Thompson's vocals on this. And little thing I didn't know is Trevor Rabin played guitar on this too. I didn't even know that. But the song For You is just a classic Killer Manfred Mann song. And nobody talks about Manfred Mann in the 80s, but we should because he's got a lot of great tracks. So
It's because they were blinded by the light.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
where's my drum kit?
Another great
Yeah.
Springsteen cover there for you.
Yeah, his 70s stuff is good. Don't get me wrong, but this 80s stuff, there's some good tracks out there. You just gotta, listen to them. But For You is a great song. Listen to it when you get a chance. So that's my number 10.
I got that one.
And then my number 9 is a song that you don't hear it that often, but I've heard it on soundtracks. It's from the Michael Stanley Band.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's not it.
No. It's this. I thought this was.
Shh, you didn't see that.
Sorry. It's from that album, Heartland. It's called He Can't Love You, and it's a great song. I've heard it on soundtracks, and I think it was DC who got me into Michael Stanley.
Oh, Ernesto, if you grew up in Northeast Ohio, or really from Columbus
Right.
upwards at that time period, Michael Stanley Band was the shit. They
Yeah.
were huge.
Right.
Huge.
And
Huge.
lots of saxophone on this song, lots of guitar.
Oh, did you hear that, Marlon?
Marlon, did you hear that?
What? Sax? Did someone
Holy
say saxophone?
crap. Oh,
No,
look.
it's-
Michael Stanley Band sucks.
If they would have just put away the saxophone.
Oh, John, Michael Stanley Band
Oh,
sucks.
no.
Oh, wow, it's a tough crowd.
He's saying MSG sucks.
Oh,
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 Those are
oh,
fighting words right there.
Well, anyways, it's a great song, man.
wow.
I mean,
God darn.
It's
Words.
a great song. I
letters
love
matter.
saxophone on that, man. I mean, that band is on top, man. They are great. That's a great song. I don't care what anybody says.
maybe.
Oh, look, we're getting a fight.
Oh boy.
Now it's getting rough.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. What we got going on here?
I don't know.
Gary
man.
Joyce, Rough Boys. That's appropriate. This
Yeah.
the panel, we're fine, but man, the peanut gallery's out of control.
We're having a virtual wrestling match in the chat room here.
Golly,
I don't
man.
know.
Right.
I don't care. I love that song. That's a great song.
I love it. They were big. In fact,
Yeah.
DC could back me up on this. They used to sell out Richfield Coliseum like multiple nights in a row.
Blossom
Up in Cleveland.
Blossom Music Center
Blossom, too.
sold out 3 nights in a row.
Maybe that's it. But they also played Richfield.
Oh yeah, they were huge.
I got a
Can't
question.
stress it enough, folks.
I
Yeah,
got a
check 'em
question
out.
regarding this. Who was bigger in that area, Michael Stanley Band or Donnie Iris and the Cruisers?
Oh, Michael Stanley in that era.
I would say
Oh,
Michael
Donnie
Stanley.
Iris was more Pittsburgh centric,
Right.
but he was
Okay.
big in Northeast Ohio too. But
Right.
Michael Stanley Band ruled.
What the hell, Byron?
My God, is it getting ugly in here?
Oh,
Byron
look.
performing his magic again.
Ernesto, you let
Oh,
Marlon down.
Ernesto. Oh no.
Oh, you
Oh,
better
no.
tell them to wait up. I got the firepower coming up.
All right.
I got some heavy hitters coming up.
All right, Ken. Ken. You're right. You're in Ohio,
Yeah,
right?
Ken will set you straight.
That's right.
But Ken, big in Cleveland, correct? Big. In fact, Michael Stanley ended up being a DJ up in Cleveland for a while
Yeah,
before he
did.
passed
Oh,
away.
wow.
Yep, for
Yeah,
many
great
years.
vocals.
I
Great
saw,
vocals.
and I've said this before. I don't want to repeat myself, but what the hell? I saw Michael Stanley Band open for Styx on the Cornerstone
Oh, wow.
tour in Athens. All right, Ernesto, how many is that? Your second one?
Yeah, this is gonna be my third. So
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
my third one's gonna be a little woman. She's Pat Benatar.
Did you just say a little woman?
A little woman there.
Paul Foot.
Wow.
She's a dynamo. She's a dynamo, though.
Where's
a little
Jenny
gal
Laszlo when we need him?
with the big voice.
Treat me right.
I love that album.
Oh man. You know what? I first heard that song on that soundtrack to what is it? Officer and Gentleman.
Hmm.
When they were changing, the women were changing their clothes and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, that song, man.
It stuck with you, Ernesto.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look at that. She's gorgeous, man. I mean, she's great vocalist. Of course, nobody talks about her husband, but great
Well,
guitar.
Neil's as a guitar player,
Yeah.
killer guitar player.
Yeah, nobody really mentions him now, but I mean back then, but now they mention him more often now.
Mhm.
Might I mention that her drummer is also from Youngstown, Myron Grumbacher. I met his sister at Arby's once. True story.
Jesus. Does she look like Myron? God, I hope not.
No,
A little bit.
Oh.
classic. I'm telling you, this album is good, man. Let me tell
Her
you.
first 4 albums rule,
Yeah.
according to Cretan Classics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Put this sucker in your car and drive down the boulevard, man. I'm telling you. This
You
is
know,
what
I've
it's
got
about.
the Pat Benatar promo poster up there.
Oh yeah, look at where. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh okay, cool.
Should
Not
have brought
bad.
it down, but there you go.
Okay, well, we got this one.
Whew, that's a
There
lot
you go.
poster. It's a lot to handle. All right, cool. So
There you go.
there's his 3. Let's go over to DC, who's going
right.
to
Get ready, Marlon.
get ready, Marlon. You're going to be disappointed.
I would
we
be remiss as an employee of the warehouse if I didn't recognize the channel getting 6,000 subscribers overnight. Congrats, Grant.
Thank you.
Man, you
It's-
bust your ass on this channel, so
I do a lot of
salute.
ass busting.
And I also would be remiss if I did not recognize my brother Ernesto's
Oh.
birthday today,
Oh.
folks. So wish him a happy birthday in the chats,
Birthday,
won't you?
Ernesto.
Happy birthday, Ernesto.
Happy birthday, Ernesto.
That's why we didn't see you an hour or so ago. Ernesto.
No, I meant I just logged on. Sorry about that.
All right. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's just get the obvious out of the way and pick my yearly Todd Rundgren related choice.
Okay.
And I'm going with the song Road to Utopia from the album Adventures in Utopia.
Oh.
And I could have picked many songs from this album, but this is one of my faves. And the added aspect that pushes this one over the top, it straddles a couple different genres. It starts out as prog, then rock, then pop. But it's covers a lot of bases, great background vocals and everything. So that's my first pick. I can't say what people are.
You're going to pick Eno?
Eno.
I don't
No.
think he does. But
No chance. And pick number 2 was an easy choice, and I could have selected 2 songs from this self-titled debut because they are lifetime standouts for me. And this also got played on the Yacht Rock listening party last night, folks, if you were tuning in. And I'm going to go with, I could have gone with Sailing, which is just beautiful, but I'm going to go with Christopher Cross's Ride Like the Wind. My
Oh, wow.
God, dynamic, driving, wonderful instrumentation, attention to detail in the song. And you can't listen to this song now without recognizing that Christopher Cross also did the lead guitar work, which was unbeknownst to me for many decades. I just thought he hired one of those cats that come in and play the leads for the Steely Dan tunes and leave the studio. No, that's Christopher on guitar there. Fantastic.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player.
And then, of course, of that era in this type of music, you've got Michael McDonald on the record with background vocals. And my God, that guy just ran from studio to studio, raking it in, folks. All right, here's one that will sure to rankle Marlon. My third pick, let's go with a danceable funk soul number that was the introduction to many of an incredible talent that would set the pace in this genre for decades. Of course, it's Prince with I Want to Be Your Lover.
Nice.
The hell is it? I gotta find it.
Where's Prince? I need my Prince graphic.
I'm gonna have to bring it back up because it's disappeared.
Oh,
If anybody's familiar with StreamYard, you'll load up everything prior, and then as you go through your lists, certain graphics would like disappear, and then I have to reload them. It's weird. Happens to me all the
StreamYard.
time on the Wednesday live show. Happens all the time. So
Now, I can't necessarily get behind that cover photo, but this
Whoa.
is a great tune, and it introduced a massive talent to the masses. It's great groove, energetic, and this will get old D out on the dance floor, and isn't that a horrific thought? This guy could do it all. Vocalist, multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, the complete musical package, and his talent cannot be ignored, and I am recognizing him here officially. So those are my first three.
excellent. Oh, look at the jam. God, you guys are all over it.
Murray Gelman, you're gonna like some of the stuff I got, my friend.
Lennon starting over. That's a good one. Damned. Wait for the blackout. Martin's ears are probably on fire. The Kinks. Celluloid Heroes on One for the Road. Annie T just vomited. You might want to see somebody. Poco Under the Gun.
There you go.
John Lennon, Beautiful Boy. That might be mentioned today.
There's a chance.
Yeah, here we go. Jeff, come on, DC. Where's the 1980 vaudeville?
Give me a C, a bouncy C.
Again, Digon feels funny in his special
Well.
area.
What can you do?
When You Were Mine was my Prince pick.
All right.
Ground Zero.
Hell
Kerry
yeah.
Livgren. There you go. That's a good one. All right, let's keep her moving, John. The Music Nut. You're up. Let's hear your 3.
All right, number 10. Band that was around forever. They were a kick-ass live band, but a lot of people didn't hear them until 1980 when they had 4 huge hits off this album. Before that, they had a few AOR hits, but then they crossed over to the pop charts here. And it's REO Speedwagon.
Yes.
It's Don't Let It Go from High
Oh,
Infidelity.
let it go.
I could have picked the crap load off this record, but I let you
Yeah.
take all the glory, John.
Well, thank you, Grant. I
You're
appreciate that. But oh, this song is fantastic. You got that killer kick-ass keyboard solo in there. You got Gary Richroth throwing in a guitar solo. Right? There's one of the great underrated guitar players in
Yeah.
rock history, Gary Richroth. He was
Well, I'll
excellent.
say.
Don't
Excellent.
Let It Go. What a kick-ass tune.
And
And then,
anytime you hear a Gary Richrath solo, you know exactly who it was.
yeah, he was very, very distinctive.
All
tone.
the great guitar players have a trademark sound, you
Yep.
know?
Did I
Absolutely.
mention I live right nearby where REO Speedwagon originated?
No.
How far are you away from the REO Speedwagon house? Seriously.
There's a street, but not a house, and the street is about 10 miles.
Yeah, but the house is like right there.
I need to pursue that and really track it down. I've just seen the street. I don't
Look
know
it
about
up
that.
on, it has something to do with the name of the street, but the house, look it up on Google, REO Speedwagon house, it'll pop up.
Oh, I'll make a pilgrimage this week, I promise.
It's where the band used to practice back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know whose house it was. One of the guys, I don't remember.
There you go.
All right, cool, John.
What
Excellent
was it
choice.
at 157 Riverside Avenue?
I think it might have been.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
in fact, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember the name. I remember that tune. Yeah, it's been a long time, but yeah.
It is that. So where is that in relate? Do you know where that is, DC?
Nope.
Okay.
It's in Champaign. I'll track it down. Champaign, Illinois.
Okay. I figure you know what you're talking about. All right, John.
All
sorry, tangent
All
time.
good.
You're
No
back.
problem.
What's up next?
All right, Murray, you got the band, but it's a different track. This debut album, self-titled debut, doesn't get it's revered, but it doesn't get quite the attention that it should get. The Pretenders' self-titled debut is magnificent. And I love the last track, Mystery Achievement. What a groove on that song.
The whole thing is great.
What a chorus on this. This is an excellent track. A lot of people, casual fans know Brass in Pocket and maybe Stop Your Sobbing or Kid.
Oh, look at
and
this.
there's the 8 track.
Oh,
Boy.
Ernesto.
Ernesto's
Yeah,
loving
oh.
it tonight.
God,
First
look at him
birthday.
showing off like a peacock.
It's like he got 58 tracks for his birthday.
That's the greatest, man. That's a great album, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I even got the vinyl.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got several of those. All right.
You got
cool.
you got 9 copies of the self-titled.
I got
debut?
like 3 copies of the self-titled vinyl.
Is any of them like a Target CD or something?
I do have the Target CD of it.
Oh,
I have
I was just
because back when they did those, there's a West German pressing that's yellow with purple around it, and then there's also a Japanese version that's just all purple, but there's no. It's one color and it's just purple. Yes,
Oh,
there was a
no.
Target CD of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Pretenders
Hey.
2 came out much later when there were no more. What is Byron? What are you doing?
Who's this guy?
Special guest.
Oh, that's a good look. That's a good looking pooch right there.
That's right.
That's
God
Gabby.
darn. All right. So, but anyway, yeah, there was a Target CD. All right.
All right.
Was that 2, John, or is that 3?
That's 2.
Okay,
And
keep
my
going.
third one, I gotta have the Dan in there. Come on.
You gotta have the what?
You have to have the Dan. You have to
Gotta.
have
Oh, the damn.
A19 from
Got the
Gaucho.
damn-
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, yeah.
What a fetches song.
Damn it! It disappeared.
We're so musically talented. Everybody that they had in this that accompanied this band, and they were craftsmen of the highest order. Steely Dan. This was the first single off of Gaucho. It hit number 10 on the Billboard charts in 1980. Fantastic tune.
Oh, it is.
Excellent
Yacht
chorus.
rock classic, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely. Attention to detail. And
Yes.
that attention to detail allows you to hear these Steely Dan songs hundreds and hundreds of times and never get tired of them. And that's the key right there.
Yeah.
Always something interesting you're picking up that, I didn't notice that before.
Yep. It's
Great
classic.
choice.
Oh my God, we
Thank
got
you.
50 comments I haven't looked at.
All right.
Jeff says,
All right,
"Hey
thank you,
19, Hey 19's a great song." Jeff is right. Tyler,
Thank you, Tyler.
Steely Dan is amazing. Oh, look at Dan Gauscher. Kiss
Naked
Naked City, baby.
Oh boy.
Wow. Wow.
Waka, waka.
JC, so, onto something here, maybe.
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 Michael Schenker Group, Cry for the Nations,
Yeah.
has a killer intro.
Yeah.
DC, nobody likes me here, sigh.
Oh, dang it. Everyone
It's
likes you.
okay. Everybody
Come on,
likes
come
you.
It's
on.
okay. It's okay.
Chrissy Hines from Akron, Ohio. You see,
Yep.
there's a theme with tonight's show, don't you? A lot of.
You went back to Ohio, but your city was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, good.
1980 Song of the Year, Yoko Ono, Kiss, Kiss,
Oh,
Kiss.
kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Who has seen the wind?
Rossington Collins Band. I like the Rossington Collins Band, and they don't
I've
get
never heard
any recognition at all anymore.
Annie T has the perfect comment here.
Let's see.
It's about 1980.
Is a great tossed salad of music.
Agreed.
I agree.
All right. Great. All right. That was your 3. You have to keep me
Yes,
in line.
sir.
All right. I'm up, ladies and gentlemen. So prepared to really make Marlon sick. Because I am all over the place. Because everybody picked all the really cool stuff. So I went, well, what can I possibly do? So I'm going to go backwards, I think. And we already had Byron mention Cheap Trick, but I'm going to go with Cheap Trick too, because I'm going to go Everything Works Out If You Let It, that came out
Yeah.
all Found All the Parts, 1980 EP. Now, Everything Works If You Let It, I think, was part of the Roadie soundtrack, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And this came out as a white label promo with the 10-inch of this record. And supposedly, Rick Nielsen rewrote one of the songs off Heaven Tonight, On Top of the World, and actually he played the chord progression backwards, and you got Everything Works If You Let It.
Oh, that's a fun fact for y'all. How about that?
So
That
that's
was a great little tune too.
Top of the World backwards.
There you go.
Byron got a vinyl there of this.
Yeah, Byron.
Is that the 10-inch?
I got one
Or is
too.
that the 12?
I got one too, 10-inch. The little album too.
Oh,
Ba-dum-tsh.
Because it originally came out on that new disc series. Remember those? Yeah, that's a new disc, right?
I got that. Yep.
Look at him showing off that record.
I would.
Oh, yeah, you should. So I think that was a great track. I like All Cheap Trick, but I think that's great.
That's a good one.
My number 9, I'm gonna go with one of the first songs that ever had rap in it.
What the?
And we're not. I know,
What the?
but this is so good.
Oh.
Blondie Rapture from Auto America.
Yeah.
yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Hang on, Ernesto's gonna get it out of the.
track.
And he's got it sitting right there in front of him. Hurry, Ernesto. But anyway, I think this is great, and I think the 12-inch version of it's awesome. Blondie
no
was
doubt
on
about
fire
it.
right then. Oh, look, we've got 30 comments. Let's see. Oh, there it is, everybody.
There you go,
There it
All
folks.
right. Thanks,
Auto
Ernesto.
American.
That's awesome.
Ask and you shall
Hi-ya.
receive.
Gary Joyce, any way you want it from Journey. That's a good one.
Yeah, good one.
All right, so that's my second one. My third one, I'm going to go with, looking at my list. Where do I want to go? I'm just going to go down it. I'm going to go with Hall & Oates, Kiss on My List.
Oh.
And you know
Nice.
that whole intro, that little drum intro is like off an organ or something, like a Hammond or a Lowry or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
It's kind of cool. He just kept it for the demo. But what a great song. Come on.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. This is kind of when Hall & Oates, their careers kind of turned around. And they had that whole span up
They
until...
skyrocketed. They took a little bit of a different jag in the 80s compared to where they started in the 70s, which was actually like folk. And then they went soulful pop, and then this.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh man, Marlon.
gosh. Wrong Blondie song.
I got company. I got company.
Can we drink on this show? Well,
Yeah.
sure. Why not?
It's Nesto's
Oh,
birthday.
it's Ernesto's birthday.
Yeah. Salute. Salute.
Salute, salute. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Steely Dan, Babylon Sisters from Gaucho. Another
Shake it,
great one.
Shake it.
Shake it, shake it.
Nathan says a great panel.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Nathan.
That's why I have these guys on. Cars Touch and Go. That's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
one. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great one.
Stuff
Yep.
here.
All right, so did I do my 3? Yeah. All right, let's throw it over to Johnny Metal.
All right. Well, I have to give Mike Lodano from Grab a Stack of Rock a little love because he sent me 3 choices.
Oh.
And he said Neon Knights from Black Sabbath, Charlotte the Harlot from Iron Maiden, and a song from an album we might talk a little bit about later, Torpedo Girl from the Kiss Unmasked album. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we might see a little bit more on that later. My number 7, however, is from this self-titled album by the band Loverboy, and we're talking Turn Me Loose.
Yeah,
Oh,
once I find
That's
it.
right.
You gotta love that infectious bass line, that whole just making love to whomever I please. I mean, come on.
It was
Those-
the 80s.
It was
Yeah.
the 80s, just the start of it, for crying out loud. But what a great song. Great guitar work, great vocal from Mike Reno.
It's a
Absolute.
classic. It's
You know,
still
that
stands
verse-
up.
That first Loverboy and Get Lucky were very very popular to my ears back in those early days. Love those tracks.
Also, a fun fact here is: did you know that is Pat Benatar on the cover of this Loverboy album?
No, it is not.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
You
I
wish,
think
Casey.
I see I made some people happy with the Turn Me Loose pick, so that's good. I'm glad to make some people happy with
John, I was watching.
Wait a minute.
the
No, it
comments.
doesn't. You have to make Marlon happy.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Wow.
here we go. Tony says those first 2 Loverboy albums were the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Kid is Hot Tonight.
Yep. Good stuff.
Kinda
Yeah,
looks
John,
like
that
Sheena Easton.
Loverboy tune came up. I'm looking at the scroll of comments on the side, and you've made some people very happy with that choice.
All Leah by Donnie Iris.
Oh.
That's a
yeah.
good one. I
Well,
didn't pick
who
it.
was it that said that was Pat Benatar on the? Oh, you said that was
DC did.
DC.
I did.
DC's
So-
trying to get a
so-
rise.
So my number 6 is actually from Pat Benatar,
All right.
Oh,
What a
but it's-
serendipitous
it's-
moment.
but it's not the song one would expect. Maybe for me, you might expect it, but it's Hell is for Children.
oh,
Just a driving track and a very
Yeah.
strong message
yeah.
in the song. That song made an impact on me as a young kid. You
Yeah,
know, it's like,
definitely.
man, very strong track. Definitely an overlooked one in my opinion.
Right.
Oh,
It's not-
yes. 100%.
So, and then we're just gonna really go off into a totally different
I
tangent.
love it.
And we're how about same as it ever was. Same as it ever
Oh,
was.
Okay, there you
Once
go.
in a lifetime from the Talking Heads. I can remember seeing this video before there was MTV. There was some video show that I saw in my local thing, and I remembered seeing this video, and I thought, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And then I listened to these lyrics. I'm like, "Is this what I got to look forward to in my life?" Yikes! But I'll tell you, still a powerful song to listen to. Just a great groove, and Burns just everything's so good about that song. And I might not be the most in-depth Talking Heads fan, but there's certain tracks that I was always a huge fan of, and I know. Tell me
Johnny
about it.
Metal.
And I haven't even,
Marlon.
and not all of my picks were metal, so I gotta surprise you guys somewhere.
That's
Come
right.
on,
Right.
I like it. Keep people wondering. That's
Hey,
the whole thing.
Johnny, what's that documentary that came out with? Is it a documentary movie that the
What,
Talking
the
Heads came out with?
But not to stop making sense. Some other
No,
thing.
I'm not sure because they performed recently near me. They have an old vintage movie theater and they played it, and they were there to talk about the movie. And I just don't remember the name of it though.
Hmm.
Remember?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm not sure.
So there you go. There's my next 3.
All right, Ashley. The Love Boat theme came out. Now I can't remember the artist, but
Jack
of course,
Jones.
Jack
Jack Jones.
Jones. But it technically was released on vinyl or whatever in '79. Even though it wasn't it? Because the Love Boat, what's that? 70? When did the Love,
Love
Boat
Boat
come out?
was like 77 or something when it
Yeah.
started.
But it came out on that album in '79 when I was looking for it. So there you go. Annie T doesn't like the Talking Heads. Well,
Me either, Annie T.
I-
Never worked
love
for
I
me.
like it. I
but
like it.
I'm a weird
Tyler
old man.
says the live version's much better. And David Byrne has issues.
Yeah.
It's not a favorite.
Not a favorite.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Metal?
Tell us how you really feel, Tyler. Come on.
I mean, really, gosh.
Don't
hold back.
Don't hold back.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but that
John,
was
was
78.
that 3?
That was 3.
Okay, good. You guys have to keep me in. I can't remember. All right, Mr. Ernesto. Okay, I know who's next. The lineup doesn't change. BM Bolt. What's your next 3?
All right, I'm gonna go off of the Steve Winwood Ark of a Diver album. I'm gonna go with the title track.
Nice.
You know,
It's a great
I could have
record,
gone with
too.
While You See a Chance, but this track really sticks with me. I love that chorus, and when I was listening to it again, I just really noticed that the verses and the chorus are the same melody. It's just the verses are just different, and the chorus is the same thing each time he sings the chorus. But there's like another pre-chorus or a bridge section is different. But yeah, it's the same basic melody with just different words. So it's one of my favorite Winwood tracks. So
You bring up Steve Winwood. I was going to say this is like the last album he did before he really went commercial. Steve Winwood, such a great musician. He did all the stuff with Traffic, experimental, such good playing. You know what I mean? And then by the time the 80s come around, all that cheesy pop stuff, commercial.
You gotta pay the bills, baby.
I guess and then I look at him a little bit differently and go, I don't know.
I thought that the Talking Back to the Night wasn't quite as bad as where it went. That one was kind of a bridge between this and the
back in the high. What
Back
was
in
it
the High
called?
Life, which
Back
is still a
in the
good
High-
album. I thought that was still good. But
Well, it sold a lot. It was commercial as can be.
What do you consider that music? What kind of what do you call that?
this 80s stuff with almost dance at times.
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow.
Oh, right up DC and Schnee's wheelhouse, baby.
All right, I think my next pick is going to go over pretty well. So I thought somebody.
Okay, wait, whoa, hold on. Grant is calling Winwood cheesy pop, but he picked Hall & Oates. I need this explained to me.
Let's see a little consistency here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay, you're
You
used to
expected cheese. You expected cheese from Hall & Oates.
You expect cheese, but not Steve Winwood, the great band Traffic. Come on,
I'd rather
Blind
listen
Faith.
to 80s Steve Winwood than 80s.
That was a total about face. Where Hall & Oates was just kind of a grad. You didn't, when you heard that coming out of Hall & Oates, you weren't surprised. I was surprised coming out of Steve Winwood. So there you go, Jeff. All right. Anyway, sorry,
Okay,
Byron,
anyway, my next pick. Somebody's already mentioned this way back when we first came on, but I'm going to go off of Gamma 2. I'm picking the song that was one of my top
Yeah, baby.
5 or
Yeah.
10 blues tracks as well, Voyager. Man, one of Ronnie's greatest solos, I think. It's a spacey blues track, and Davey's vocals on there are great as well. I love that album.
What a
That's
cover on
fun.
that album too. That is
What a
so
great album cover.
Freaking creative. Love it.
It's too bad it didn't sell squat.
Ah,
It is
the
what it
general
is.
public. Ah,
The public they don't know.
Fickle.
Fickle.
Yeah.
Fickle
who needs
public.
them?
It didn't say Montrose. That's why.
It's pretty
My-
darn good, though. Oh, God, here we go. Anthony Ferraro. Danger
Danger
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
could have picked that, too. Yeah, you're right. That's a great
Yeah.
one. Damn. I didn't
I don't
think
have a
about
prop.
UK.
Oh, I don't have a prop for my next track, but I know
I
Grant
do.
will have it. And someone mentioned this track as well, so I'm going to go with his third album, the first track, Eddie Money, Trinidad.
Oh. Okay.
Love this song. It's my favorite Eddie Money song, really.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's all these great guitars going on. There's some 12 string, just a lot of guitar playing going on, and his vocals are great on it. It's definitely my favorite song he ever did. He kind of went commercial after this too.
Yeah.
You know what? For the life of me, the last Eddie Money album that I had bought was Life for the Taking, and
Good
this
album.
just kind of slipped by. I don't know if I've even heard this record.
Yeah, you need to hear that track at least if you haven't heard it. It's
Trinidad?
Oh yeah, great
Oh,
song.
I'm going to check it out because I don't remember.
Everybody know that track or not?
I know a track.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
there
the,
you go.
the album didn't get marketed very well
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
first year.
Is this shortly after this? Didn't he have like a major health scare, or he?
Yeah, he fell. He was. I don't know what
Doc
he was taking.
said, I went to sleep wearing
Wearing
my
that
hat.
hat.
I like my hat.
I think Eddie fell asleep in a bathtub at a party
Yeah.
he was cramped in that position for so long that it did permanent damage to his legs. I think that was the story back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, something like that. And he had a tough time recovering from that. I heard.
Yeah.
So,
I like my hat, Dan.
that's my third one there, Grant.
All right, good.
Good
All
one,
right.
Good,
This is
one.
like
Good one.
This is like a train wreck. Danger Money is from 79. Thank you, Davey.
There you
Appreciate
go.
that. We got to keep these people in line. Anthony, you know better than that.
Good
Crazy
one.
Train.
Here.
My favorite Van Halen song, Take Your Whiskey Home. Everybody is on fire.
Yeah, we got the best audience, man. Great stuff coming up in the comments.
Grant, I'm your captain, Arthur.
Arthur, I like
Look at
that.
that.
I like that.
Grant took a shower wearing that hat. I kind of like it. I like it. I can't. See? Think it is. It's good, isn't it?
It's gonna be your trademark.
It's going to be, if the captain from Captain and Tennille could do it, I can do it.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, Daryl Dragon, F him.
If Daryl Dragon can do it, I can do it.
We got Grant Arthur picking up the mantle.
Hell yes. And Daryl Dragon's dead, so I'm going to do it.
Let's get somebody else in here with the captain's hat.
That's right. All right, Byron. Ernesto, you're up, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ernesto's drinking. He's not sure what he's doing.
All right.
It's his birthday, everybody. If you
it's
haven't,
okay.
in the
Yeah.
chat, if you're just getting here and you haven't wished Ernesto his birthday, happy birthday, please wish him a happy
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Next one's gonna be a group that I like, British band. A little song called "Fool in the Rain" by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, once I find it. Jeez, Christmas. You have no idea. I'm dealing with like what? 10, 20, 30, 40,
Yeah, I know.
60 images I have to find. What is
Hey,
it again?
Byron.
Oh, Fool in the Rain. All right.
Byron, don't be yawning, okay? I saw you yawning. "Fool in the Rain," love that song.
It's getting close to Byron's nap time.
I love this song. I love the drums. I love that calypso sound. It's just something about it. It's just amazing. You could tell that sound that they're experimenting with all their sounds and stuff. It's just so different from anything Led Zeppelin has done.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful song. I love it. So that's going to be my number 7.
But if you listen to this and like listen to, like the first
Right.
Robert Plant solo album,
Right. Oh, yeah.
this isn't that much. You can see where Robert Plant's going
Right.
on this record, what's coming. I'm just
Yeah, definitely. So my number 6 is going to be another great band that nobody really talks about once in a while, the B-52s and "Party Out of Bound."
great
Track.
track, great
Great
record.
band. "Party Out of Bounds." I remember in the 80s, people would always play that song. It's like the DJs would play it, when they would have parties, home parties and stuff. Just a great song. I mean, we were young. We were just listening to this. We didn't know how crazy it was and how great this band was. But when I got older, I was like, wow, they have so many great songs. But B-52s. Oh, she loves "Fool in the Rain."
Oh,
Here,
well,
there you go. The missus does. Mrs. Bolt.
the trophy wife
yeah.
loves this stuff.
Yeah, put that on
Don't-
for a
don't-
mood.
Yeah, don't worry about Byron yawning. Mrs. Bolt likes it.
Yeah, as long as she's happy.
Hey, that's
Byron's
a mood setter.
happy.
If you get me, that's a mood setter.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Cretan's
There you go.
coming down hard on you.
Uh-oh.
Come
Oh,
on,
you don't like it.
bring it on, Davey. Bring it on.
Oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so that'll be my number 6, okay?
Okay.
And then so my last one, of course, Johnny Metal mentioned it.
Yeah.
Great little review. "Flash," the single.
Look how popular
Wow.
this is tonight.
Great,
Yeah.
Great song. I mean, as a kid, this was like, man, this is an anthem for any kid, anybody who watched the movie growing up. It was just an amazing track. And man, Queen, dude, Queen was like, they were on top, man. And it just blows you away, man. But
Not after that album.
It's an anthem for anyone who owns a yacht too.
oh yeah. So killer classic right there. Beautiful soundtrack. All right. That's my last one.
What the
2
hell
picks
is
for
that
Flash
sound?
Gordon and nothing off the game yet. That's it.
No, nothing about the game yet.
Well, That's for a different show.
There you
That
go.
was my last.
I know. I like it. The people. Well, yeah. I think this deserves a fair shake. I'm glad you guys are bringing this up. It's
Yeah,
great.
we love
It's
it.
cool. I love it. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's great. Okay, was that 3, Ernesto?
Yeah.
Gee, many Christmas is zipping right through. Let's go over to Mr. DC.
All right. My next pick was mentioned in the comments previously. I'm going to bring the tempo of the room down a little bit.
Oh no.
But this is a song that always brings a tear to my eye, and it can make me weep. And of all the art forms, for me, only music can do that. And it's a father's tender song to his son, which is heartfelt to begin with. But the backstory makes it even more heartbreaking, and it's John Lennon's Beautiful Boy. All the hopes and dreams, the promises a father can have about his relationship between him and his little boy are beautifully encapsulated here. All of it to be taken away by a senseless act. And it's just so freaking sad. But a beautifully touching song that hopefully was a comfort for Sean in the years that followed. And also interesting about this song is that Yoko's represented in the song by some of the instrumentation that John chose. There's an Asian vibe floating through that song that's just beautiful as well. So folks, music does many things, including touching our emotions and making me dance spasmodically.
And in Dagon's case, apparently crying blood. So
Oh my goodness gracious, I didn't want that.
God, I missed that. Oh wait.
Oh no, wait, that's blood. Which is troubling
Annie
for
T
other
likes
reasons.
that. Dan says the Queen were proudly using synths at this point. I
Yeah,
believe
they
that's
used to
true.
tout that they never used synthesizers. Then they said, what the hell? I would agree with Tyler.
I wouldn't.
I know, Grant, you have feelings about the game.
I'd say jazz was.
They were done by then. For me, in a lot of ways, yes.
Great. John Lennon pick Watching the Wheels is my favorite on that album. Yeah, it's a good one.
What could have been, because he was starting to really want to be a part of creating music again. So sad on many fronts, but especially as a dad and a husband.
Well, on a
Well!
uplifting note there. Thanks, DC.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday.
Okay, I'll get my next one.
Okay.
Okay, my next pick is an album cut that is coming out of left field for me. As many of you know, I have a master iPod that houses over 10,000 of my favorite songs. And out of all those songs, there is only one reggae tune, and I'm not going to count Police and reggae adjacent type tunes, as Schnee would say. I'm not a fan of reggae at all, but there is a cover of a Bob Marley tune done by Pat Travers called Is It Love? And I love that song. It connects with me, the rhythm, the instrumentation, the vocal interplay between Pat and the female vocalist. It breaks the barrier of my dislike for that format of music. So there is one representative reggae number, but still no polka tunes have made their way onto my iPod.
How about vaudeville?
Vaudeville. There was a thing called the vaudeville. And back in the day, the great Sophie Tucker.
And there you go. Ernesto's holding
there
up the 8-track, ladies and gentlemen. Take note of that.
There
Take
you
note
go.
from Ernesto, the birthday
Always
boy.
bringing the props.
Always bringing props.
Iron as the
Oh, Jeff Halverson. Thank you, Nathan. Jeff Halverson, the comment before, I'm letting him down. He had UB40 on my list. Let me get something off my chest with that red wine. Old DC is a little bit older than the rest of you cats. Back in the day, I would want to just get on the dance floor and punch everybody in the head that was dancing that little hop dance to red wine. Oh, baby. Pow. All right, I get that. I'm going to get to my last one. I'm taking up time here.
Davey, just because you bought that as your first Queen album doesn't mean it's good.
Okay, let's for my last pick in this go round, let's get some female representation on my list.
Oh.
Could have come from 4 or 5 contenders: Pat Benatar, Chrissy Hine, Dionne Warwick. And I almost went with Kim Carnes and More Love because I dissed her big time on a Wall Puncher show because I hate Betty Davis Eyes. But More Love is a very, very good song. But I went with Linda Ronstadt and Hurt So Bad. Oh, what a vocal on that.
That's a great track.
It starts soft and just keeps on building. Those searing, heartfelt vocals and outstanding guitar work. And this is how you construct a powerful and memorable pop song. Just a real gem of this era and any era. So I'm done.
Davey says that Ernesto's stealing Tim Derling's 8-track Thunder.
I'm a little older than Tim Durley. I've been around.
With all respect to Tim, Ernesto is the king of 8 tracks.
I'm a little old.
That's a good one.
That is a good song.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I really love that Roger Taylor song on the game, Rocket Prime Drive. Roger, my favorite Queen member. Yeah, that's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
You're all killing it in the comments.
Yeah.
I can't keep track with It's hard to keep track.
We got the best listeners.
I love that song.
Hands down.
38 special fantasy.
Girl,
I can't argue with that.
Nope.
Eric, Grant and I talked about the Mad Love album on
We did.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Yeah.
Check out that show. It's down below somewhere.
You know, the sad thing is she lost all her rights when she sold everything. She doesn't make any money off any of her music because she didn't write any of her music. It's kind of sad, right?
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't a songwriter.
Yeah, I know.
Warren Zevon, Bad Luck in Dancing School. There you go.
Nice.
Here we go, Pat Travers. It's like Pat Travers night here in the
Yeah,
warehouse.
that's a good one. That's a
That's
good
a
one.
good one.
Norton Whiskey.
That's a
They
good one.
used to
That's a
play
good one.
that. They used to play that all the time back in the day. They don't play
Yeah.
it anymore.
Yeah.
It's probably just drinking and the drug reference all locked
Yeah,
in
it's
one
got-
song. But we
They
can't
used to
have
play it a
that.
lot.
Can't have that.
Annie T, woman perspective, Mad Love is great. There you go. Very prolific there from Annie T.
That's right.
Okay. Was that 3, Ernesto?
Yes.
I mean, BM.
I am DC.
Jeez.
We will move
I mean,
over to
DC.
John.
I'm looking for Byron to keep me together. All right. Thank you, DC. Excellent. Let's go over to John the Music Nut. What are your next 3?
All right. Now, everyone in the chat here,
Yeah.
you're picking all the artists I have on my list, but I don't think any of you have said Squeeze.
I have not
So-
seen Squeeze.
No.
Difford and Tilbrook, the 80s Lennon McCartney, from Argy Bargy, Pulling Muscles from a Shell.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Yep.
Good one.
It's one of these bands who had all these popular songs, but they didn't really have a hit till later with Hourglass, but their best stuff came before that. Argy Bargy it's an album full of riches. Excellent. And Pulling Muscles from a Shell has so many great hooks in the song. What a chorus on this as well. Yeah, so there's some Squeeze for you. Pulling Muscles from a Shell. And I feel like William Tell.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Ooh, look at that. Laying down some rhyme. I like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, well, wait, I don't know if anybody, no, somebody mentioned the Clash before.
I don't
I don't think this show.
I think
No.
I think in the comments.
Oh,
I
the
mean.
comments. Okay.
the comments,
Maybe.
I mean.
I don't. Yeah.
That's right. That's right,
That's right,
Davey.
Davey.
Davey's all over it. So
Everything is
for that
killer on
comment
our-
about the game.
Thank you, Hermine. Thank you,
Yeah,
Russell.
Falling in love
Alright.
by the Scorpions. All right, keep going, John.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, The Clash. This is from Sandinista. A lot of people are divided on this album. I think this is a wonderful album.
I like it.
Maybe the third record, that second half of the third, like side 6, that's kind of throwaway, but everything else I think on here is excellent. And very different. What an eclectic album. I'm going with the very first track, though, The Magnificent Seven. One of the first instances of rap. Yeah, Joe.
Goes
Strummer.
hand in hand with
Rapture.
Rapture.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the difference is Joe Strummer's rapping the whole song. There isn't
Right.
just like a rap part, like in Rapture.
Right.
And how about that groove by Paul Simonon and
Oh,
Copperhead in there?
oh yeah. Martin Popoff's probably he loves this. He loves this
Oh.
record, I think. Doesn't he? I think he does.
That's the thing. Like the Clash have a lot of great albums, but this is the one I always go back to, and this is the one where everybody's like, okay, they went too far here. They went over too many genres, but I think it's brilliant.
Well, it's kind of like their this is a
Like the
stretch.
White-
It just came to me. It kind of reminds me of like their version of Tusk. Double
Yeah.
record set. They're pushing the envelope. They're being very creative, taking it outside because London Town.
London Calling.
I'm all about Paul McCartney and Wings. But London Calling was a big record. So they kind of stretched their legs out on this one and went creative. Hey, that's fine. I like this record.
I dig it.
So
Yeah.
good choice.
Thank you. Now, you've heard me and my wonderful co-captain John Clauser talk about this band for the last 6 months.
Oh boy.
On my
Brace
music
yourselves,
corner.
everyone.
Here we go.
I hope you're strapped in. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, because as Grant says, I mean, you can only talk about this band so much. Well, we're not going to talk about it for a year. We only talked about it for 6 months. And we got 2 more episodes, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, people. It's Judas Priest from British Steel, the last track. Steeler.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell
Isn't that
yeah.
A-track?
Hell,
There you
look
go.
at Ernesto with the props already.
Ernesto, who was on my music corner the year of the Priest as our guest for the British Steel album.
Yep.
Ernesto,
right.
look at
This-
you.
Probably the most accessible Judas Priest album. You know, this is where I said here and now before that, Hellbent for Leather or Killing Machine outside the United States was really when they became craftsmen because they were innovators in heavy metal, but then they were writing great songs and they were really progressive. But here they were tightening the songs down, kind of like another band I'm going to talk about later on. And they got really accessible. And this album, I mean, they still do 3 or 4 songs from this live. It was
That's a
a
big
breakthrough album for them here in the States. You can't go wrong with any song on here either. Any song except maybe United, but great album. Steelers, the last song, fantastic track.
All right, cool. Excellent. And that was your 3, right?
Yes.
God. All right, Grant, you're up. Oh, me? Okay.
Look,
All right, I'm
you're up.
up. All right, so I am going to go with, and by the way, thanks, John. That was good. I'll keep this
You're welcome.
moving.
Thank you.
God, I have to scroll. There's so many graphics. You just don't know my pain that I have to deal with. All right, my number 7, I'm going to go with a band. This is one of those records. Back in the day, I thought, God, there's a lot of filler on here. But as time has progressed, I listen to it now and I go, you know, this album really isn't too bad. And I think maybe the individual songs are stronger than the sum of the parts. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Some of the whole. I'm going to go with The Police, but I'm going to pick the song off of here, Driven to Tears. In fact, that whole side 1 of this record's pretty, Don't Stand So Close to Me. The whole thing is pretty good. But they cranked this out. They really were, they were touring big time. They were taking off. I think they rushed this album out. You can look at it as filler, some of this stuff, but man, if it's filler, it's damn good filler. I will leave it at that. But this record, I kind of look at it, it's come up to be one of my favorite Police albums over time, which I'm surprised. It used to be the album that I always really couldn't care for was Ghost in the Machine, and that's like my number 1 record now. Anyway, so I'm going to go with The Police, Driven to Tears. I think it's phenomenal. My number 6, we're kind of keeping it within this vein. I'm going to go with The Cure of Force from 17 Seconds. You get this record at 17 Seconds and, well, this whole period before the album of Pornography. I think all this stuff is great. Driving bass, the songwriting's great. The Cure only sounds like The Cure. And it's funny how they progressed over time because they really grew and developed. But the thing about The Cure is that they always sounded like The Cure, whether you listen to the early stuff or the late stuff. So that's my other pick.
Nice.
My number 4. Wait a minute. No, number 5. Where's my number 5? Oh, it disappeared. I gotta find it. Hold on. Well, we'll do my number 4 for my number 5. I'll find my number 5.
Yeah.
Just
I
flip 'em.
wish I will flip them. I wish these things didn't disappear. It's so weird. All right, number 4. I'm going to go with Rush, The Spirit of the Radio. I can listen.
There you
to
go,
this-
Gary.
There you go, Gary. I can listen to this over and over. This is my favorite Rush album on the planet. I can listen to anything on here over and over. I never get tired of it. Spirit of the Radio, I think it's classic. I think everything's on. I think everything on here is wonderful. Natural Science, all of it, everything. So that would be my number 5.
And how about that saucy gal on the cover?
I love the album cover. I think this also
It's almost a Candy O kind of vibe.
is, but I think artistically though, and the font and everything,
Oh,
I
it's
think this is
it's tremendous.
all right. DC, you back? Yeah, I think the Entre Nous. Yes, Dan.
There you go.
Great. The whole
Yeah.
record is phenomenal.
It
Because
is.
what I like about it, it's commercial enough and accessible enough that it's not too much sense, and you
Yeah.
still got a right amount of guitars. I think this and Moving Pictures are. Well, I do like Permanent Waves more.
So would you consider that a 10 out of 10?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. What did Jeff say? I like Permanent Waves a lot, much more than any other Rush album. I like you, Jeff. Vaudeville Whiteys.
Why?
Those are the kinds of underpants.
So anyway. That's my number 3. Let's keep this dog moving. I'm going to throw it over to John Clauser. John,
All right.
what's your top 4?
Well, I gotta say, earlier today I was watching Ralph Vieira's Almost Human channel, and he had an album battle thing, and it was Permanent Waves versus Kansas's Song for America,
No.
and I think it wound up being a tie for him. So he was like 3 of 3. But so there you go. No Permanent Waves. My number 4, another video I remember seeing as a kid on one of those video channels and something of that nature. So it's coming, Dan. Hang in there. It actually has been mentioned. Anyway, I remember seeing this video on some random video channel, some video show. It was before MTV. I love Uncle Ted.
Well,
Scream Dream.
thank God someone mentioned Ted.
Got to. I mean, come on with that garish
Shit, I
album
was
cover.
going to mention it.
Oh.
Right here.
I always loved Scream Dream. I always thought that song was it's noisy, but it's perfect. It's just a raw bone track. Love Wango Tango. Jake, this is 1980, not 1984 or 1986 or so. So only 1980. So
Right.
so Wasp wasn't formed yet. And that was Circus. Anyway, Scream Dream. Love that Ted Nugent track. I mentioned this earlier from Mike Lodano. He mentioned Torpedo Girl from this album. I'm going with another Ace song from the Kiss Unmasked album,
baby.
and Two Sides of the Coin.
Oh,
I loved the Ace tracks from Dynasty,
Mhm.
and with Unmasked, it was no different. The Ace tracks were always my favorites, and I was just trying to figure out which one I liked the most. And I think for me, it was Two Sides of the Coin. Just another good, to me, it was a good driving track from Ace. I always liked it. My number 2, even though I prefer the previous singer's era, I can't help but not want to just, when this song comes on and those bells hit, I'm transformed to a totally different place. And I'm talking about Hell's Bells from Back in Black.
There you go.
I
Yep.
43 years later, 44 years later, I still can't listen to Hell's Bells and not feel like I'm just in a massive crowd at an AC/DC concert, watching this. It just, that song was just, man, that was just still a tremendous song. I love Angus's solo. Every note in that song just has so much emotion to it. So anyway, there you go, Dan. Okay, Dan, this one's for you.
Okay, brace
Tempest
yourself.
Fugit was already mentioned, but there is something absolutely magical about that 10-minute and 27-second epic called Machine Messiah from the Yes Drama album. I absolutely adore this song.
Yeah.
When you get to that middle section, around 5 minutes or so, and you get that rolling drum thing, and then you get this bam, 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 bam. You just get this heavy, heavy breakdown. What is that coming from Rush? From Yes, rather, excuse me.
Or Rush.
Or Rush. You could never expect that from Rush.
You
Yeah.
never.
No, but from Yes, and you get this really heavy breakdown that hardcore bands only could dream of making so moshable. Holy crap. What a great song. Great Steve Howe guitar playing. Absolute banger of an album. Love it from start to finish. Had to include Machine Messiah. Love that track. Love it, love, 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 love.
Hello, Bells.
Hello, Bells.
Hello, Bells.
Hello.
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 Hello, Frisco.
That is a great Machine Messiah it's a monster of a track.
Absolutely, absolute monster.
Oh, Drama is my favorite Yes album. I know
There you
that's
go.
really contrarian, but it is.
It's killer, man.
Metal machine music.
Dagan and I may be the only two people here that remember Irving Cohen. You remember Martin Short used to do that character on SCTV? He was this old vaudeville guy.
Yeah.
Irving Cohen. Back in the day,
You-
there was a thing called the vaudeville.
DC just can't get away from the vaudeville.
Oh, I love it. I love Sophie Tucker.
Hell's Yes.
Hells yes.
Oh, might be my favorite Yes album. I don't know. There's something about it. I think I
Yeah.
thought Jeff Downes and Trevor Horn, being hot off the Buggles. I thought it was great. It's exactly what Yes needed at the moment.
We haven't heard Rand Kelly chime in.
Yeah, where's Rand? I expected he.
I figured you never know where Rand is. He's probably walking his dog or something. No mention of Roxy Music, Russell. No.
No.
Ooh, Frank Marino, Finish Line.
Oh, coming up.
Oh, look, Enola Gay by OMD. Don't say that in front of Marlon. I don't think Marlon's into OMD. All right, let's keep going. All right, thank you, John. Perfect. BM Bolt.
All right. These are my final four. I didn't really rank these though, so
I didn't really
these are my-
rank mine either,
sorry.
but
These aren't my top four. They're just my last four that I'm going to mention. This album's already been brought up once. I'm going to bring up a different track, though. I'm going to go with Snorting Whiskey and Drinking Cocaine.
Ah,
Oh, there we go.
There are so many killer riffs on that track, man. It just rocks.
it rocks.
It just rocks. It's heavy. It might be the heaviest thing Pat ever did, too. And Pat Thrall's really tearing it up on that solo. But there was just so many cool riffs in that song,
Yeah.
too. It's heavy. Did we say it? It's heavy?
Yes, sir.
Heavy, man.
You can say it's heavy.
I love that track.
All right.
All right. This album was brought up earlier too, and like DC brought it up, and like he said, there's many good tracks on here, but I'm gonna go with The Very Last Time. It's a song about Todd being sick of this chick's bullshit. And I would have called this a power breakup ballad. That's what it is.
A power breakup ballad.
Yes.
that ain't
It's a
no
great
wedding
song.
music.
We have just coined a new category of music.
Yes. It's not about getting together. It's about breaking up.
Damn.
That's a
Okay.
power ballad. So
Excellent.
I love that track.
It's
Save that
great.
idea. These Byron, save that idea.
All right.
That's probably my favorite. That is my favorite Utopia album, by the way. When we did the Utopia rankings, that was my number one.
Yeah. It's a great
So I'm
record.
going to go, I think, a little left field here, maybe, but actually, Grant played a song off of this last night.
Oh goodness.
But I'm picking a
no.
different track. So I'm going to go Boz Scaggs off the Middleman album. I'm going to go Breakdown Dead Ahead. He
Nice.
did JoJo last night. I almost went JoJo, but it's a little disco-y at times. I mean, I love it. It's a little disco-y.
I don't know where it is.
Breakdown Dead Ahead is a little bit of a rocker. Steve Lukather's on that track, man. He really plays his ass off like always, though. And this album was really big when it came out for me. I don't know what it was. I really dug the stuff on there. I wasn't really that familiar with Boz prior to that, other than maybe Lido Shuffle. And my last pick tonight, I'm going to go with the Babies, actually.
Oh wow.
Holy crap. Love it.
These a couple tracks on this album were really big for me back at that time. But yeah, I'm going to go with Back on My Feet again. They had so many great singles. The verses and the chorus are just so good on this track. The keyboards are really nice. It's got sounds like a church organ at times, but I just love it. It's the first album with Jonathan Cain on it as well. I think he toured with them prior to this, though, because if you watch the video from the Head First album, whatever the single was, Jonathan Cain's in that video, but he did not play on the album that I remember. So
He was the baby's Craig Frost,
yeah.
non-official
He
member.
was.
Yes.
And he was in Bad English with John
Yeah.
Waite and
Right.
Ricky. Oh, help me.
Philip.
Ricky
Philip.
Phillips. So there were more babies in Bad English than there were Journey people.
What year did they break up? Does anybody know?
Babies.
The babies?
Yeah.
82, I think. 81
They did one more album after that, On the Edge.
on the edge.
81 or 82, yeah. So
I think it was 81.
probably because Escape came out in 82, and that was his first album with Journey. So
So there
that's
you go.
that's my last pick.
Excellent. Look at that. I'm going to stand up for this one. Thank you, Byron. Excellent. And by the way, if you haven't wished Ernesto a happy birthday, it's his birthday today. So.
Yes.
Thank you,
Please
thank
do.
you.
Please do.
Okay, let's go. In fact, let's pop it over to Ernesto. Ernesto, you're up.
Me? Okay. Man, I don't know how many times this album's been mentioned, but it's gonna be mentioned again. And
Oh boy, here we go.
but I'm picking a different track because I'm gonna go with a little blues
Oh,
because I love my power blues. So I'm gonna pick a little track called "Born Under the Bad Sign."
this is
Oh,
welcome to the
Pat
Pat
and
Travers
Travers.
show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I love that track, man. Let me tell
think
you,
I need to
didn't
get
wanna
this
go with
album.
I didn't want to go with Snorting Whiskey because to me that was always played in LA radio. That was like a big hit over here. And when I heard Born Under a Bad Sign, I said, oh man, that's blues, man. That's hardcore, hard blues. And I mean, I know it's a cover and everything, but I love that song, man. So, and Pat Travers is amazing. Doesn't get talked about that much, but that's what I'm going for.
This might be the greatest album of 1980, right? Come on, all you
That
guys
and-
chose stuff
Yeah,
from it.
that and Yes's drama. are
And
head
drama.
head. It's like,
Yeah,
Holy crap! My God, amazing.
that's my number 4.
Okay.
Okay, and my number 3, of course, comes from a British band, a little band called Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell.
Never
Little
heard of
Neon Knights.
Never heard of it.
Joe, John Clauser mentioned it.
What a great openers.
Courtesy
Oh,
of Mike
yeah.
Lodano.
Yep,
Yeah, that's a great record.
that's the best beer commercial song never written. Neon Knights. I love that song. The best.
Oh, let's look at what Eric. Look, Eric said Pat Travers getting more covers than he has in 50 years.
Somewhere his nose is itching up in Canada. What the F is going on here tonight?
What the hell is going
What the
on?
hell?
All right.
Yeah, where did Marlon go? Probably his big tongue.
Oh, yeah.
So I keep
Okay.
on going.
Most
So, all right.
unfortunate.
So 81 for Escape.
All right. So I
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So we said Sabbath. Okay, we're good. My next one, of course, is Guitar God, legend. I met him twice. A little Michael Schenker, Victim of Illusion.
Oh, my God. Did Marlon leave early? See?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
see? Ah.
Legend.
Marlon just
legend,
sneaks
man.
out.
A legend. I met him when he was all like distressed and crazy. And then I met him earlier during the Walk on the Water tour. He was very mellow, easy to talk to. Cool guy, man. Let me tell you. Amazing guitarist. Never disappoints. There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
So
Is
my
that it?
last
Your
one.
last one. Yep, 4.
This is my last one. This guy is pretty much, other than Gary Moore, this is my favorite guitarist. A little known guitarist from up north. A little guitarist named Frank Marino.
Holy mackerel. Look at
Going with Mona, which is a cover of a Bo Diddley song. Amazing cover, man. You got to listen to this album alone because it's got this, to me, this album alone is a 10 out of 10. You got to listen to this album. It's called What's Next. Pick this up. You will not be disappointed. So that's my number one right there. Frank Marino.
Oh, no.
Man, Dagon's
maybe
being
it's-
brutal tonight.
Maybe it's
And
a
I got
good
it on
What-
thing.
what is it about? What is it that you don't like?
I know. I don't know what he does.
Well, maybe it's a good thing Marlon did leave because I could see something really ugly taking place
Yeah.
right now.
Uh-oh.
And I got it on 8-track too, so.
Jeff's covering for Marlon to here. All right. Someone's gotta pick up that.
Marlon had to pass the mantle over to Jeff.
Yeah. All right. So
And I
Jeff
also have
is
it on
playing.
vinyl, but I don't know where it is. But I got it on CD, and of course I had to get it on CD, but I got it on 8-track.
Of course you do.
That's true, Byron. That's true.
You know what? This Frank Marino album cover reminds me of this Pat Traver album covers.
Well, let me tell you, those guys are head to head, man. They're the top dogs, man. Very underrated guys. They don't get that much props. At least, in our area.
Look at this. Dan's all over the hunt. Or wondering, do we need to tour again after watching this show lately?
I gotta check them out, Dan.
You got to
Thanks for
check
the
out
tip.
the hunt.
I
Yeah.
do.
Pete heard
you.
the
So in other
hunt.
words,
He
we
digs
need
them.
to hunt them down.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Dagon loves Michael Schenker. Loves him.
There you go. Cheers.
All right. So that was your cheers. Happy birthday, Ernesto. All right.
Yes.
Let's go over
Happy
to
birthday.
we're winding this episode down. Let's get over to DC. What's your next 4?
all right. For my next pick, I'm going with a hard rock choice. And it's very apropos because today is Ernesto's birthday, and I'm
Yes.
picking one of his favorites.
Oh.
Didn't know this beforehand that today would
Uh-oh.
be his birthday.
No.
It's Thin Lizzy from Chinatown
Oh,
with
wow.
Sugar Blues.
Holy crap.
Nice.
Let's make his
Yeah,
day.
it is.
Ernesto, get the 8-track out.
I know. You know what? I didn't pick that one for a reason, but I was too. It's a long story.
The music
sounds about
gods, the
woe.
music gods were telling you DC is going to pick that one.
Yeah.
But it's crunchy, it's funky, it's rocking. And of course, Phil brings his vocal and bass playing magic to the proceedings.
Magic.
Trademark twin guitar leads are also featured. And don't forget Brian Downey, who's stellar on the drums.
Oh,
Everybody gets a chance to shine here. So, okay, I did recognize Prince for the beginning of the 80s here. I cannot ignore an artist who absolutely owned the decade, and not only on the R&B and soul categories, but across the board. Here again, I could have gone with multiple choices of songs for this artist, but I picked Rock With You by Michael Jackson from Off the Wall.
Oh, okay.
That's a laid-back groove with all those little musical and vocal touches that put a pop song over the top. Some of our viewers may be wondering why I have so few hard rock or metal choices on these lists, but this experiment has really crystallized in the fact that over time, melody rises more than riffs it could be just a product of age. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. But having said that, my second and last pick is going to be Black Sabbath's title track to their album Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
This album is an absolute masterpiece in hard rock metal, a 10 plus plus. These days, when I reach for a Black Sabbath album to play, it's almost always this one. Love every track here. And what I could say about this song, I could apply to all of my album. Now, every track is fantastic. My favorite Sabbath album. Although I don't ignore what Ozzy brought to the original band and everything, it's just this album is just top of the top for
There's
me.
something about
He
the
energized
Dio combination with
Dio
the rest of Black
energized
Sabbath.
these guys because they'd been putting up with Ozzy's crap towards the end. He's not coming to the studio. He's not ready. And I told you I saw Sabbath when they had Van Halen open up for them in
You
'78.
did?
And if Tony Iommi could have killed with his looks, he would have dropped Ozzy right on the stage that night because Ozzy was drunk. He was like big belly, no shirt on. He's coming in over Iommi's leads as he's finishing up, and Tony was just giving him the dead eye. And they were probably invigorated with Dio because here's a guy that's on time, writing the material, ready to go, and it energized the whole band, and it shows on this album. All right, last one here. Enough of
Can't
my
argue with
rambling.
that. You can't
This
argue with
is
that.
this is one that John the Music Nut brought up, and he elaborated beautifully on it. So all I'm gonna say is it's Steely Dan with Hey 19.
Nice.
And like I said, with all these Steely Dan tunes, it's the attention to detail that where other bands, when you hear their songs multiple times, you don't need to hear them anymore. For me, with Steely Dan, it's always fresh because of that attention to detail. Okay, fini, over, done.
Excellent. Holy crap. Let's see. It's too bad Marlon's not here to tear you apart. Let's see.
I'm just shocked he missed all his favorite.
Yeah, he did.
Good Lord.
Gary
Thank you,
Joyce
Dagan.
says that's 79. Well,
It is not. It is not. if it charted in 80, I count it too. So sometimes I'll
all
pick
right.
the album release date. Sometimes I'll go with the charts. Thank you,
Jeff
Jeff.
says you just
Marlon.
saved yourself.
Thank you, Jeff, aka Marlon.
Heaven and Hell a classic, yes. I would
Yep.
say that's well, I don't be controversial with my Well, I think that's the best Black Sabbath album.
It is.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's,
Can I say that?
You can.
Okay. Annie, my favorite Mike Jackson album.
Mike Jackson, huh?
Mike
Mike
Jackson.
Action Mike
Jackson.
Jackson.
He was also a great defensive back for the Cleveland
Defensive
Browns.
talent. I know him.
Did you ever see Irving Cohen?
Back in the day, Irving and I were quite a team, chasing the ladies in those white vaudeville panties.
On the Road Again, Willie Nelson.
It's a great
Nobody
song.
like that.
All right, Tyler. Great minds think alike. I think it's a. Come on, doesn't have anything weak on it. The guitar
just-
on it. I think it's some of Tony Iommi's best work on that record.
Inspired.
Very inspired. Great playing his tone on that
I did-
record.
I didn't know what to expect when I bought it. I'm thinking, because
Well-
this is back in the day before you'd hear little clips and everything. I'm thinking, Ozzy's gone.
Well, I like Mob
Yeah.
Rules too. I don't have a problem with
Gotta
that
play it on
either.
this.
Oh, there you go, Ernesto.
You gotta play it on this.
Got to play it on 8-track.
Yeah.
That's right. Take you right back to the day.
All right. So, all right, let's throw it over to John the Music Nut.
All right. Now, JC mentioned this band before, but this band made 2 great albums in 1980. Ha ha ha. And it's Saxon off of Wheels of Steel,
Oh, yeah.
747, Strangers in the Night. This was a big hit in
Yeah.
the UK. And this is one of their perennial live tracks. Whole album is killer. This is actually my favorite album by Saxon, and Strong Arm Law be right there. You can argue their best albums are from in their whole catalog, and they got about 25 albums, or from 1980. Excellent song here, but a lot of hooks in there. Very accessible as well, but it's a kick-ass song. Number 3, this was mentioned by Murray over an hour ago, and I know that
Well,
Parish of Rock also loves this song,
Yeah.
and it's the Jam with Going Underground.
Okay, there you go.
Do you want to know where Green Day took their sound? Just listen to this song.
Yep.
And listen to Green Day. You know exactly where they took it. Them or the Offspring, but more noticeably Green Day. To me, they took their sound straight from the Jam. This is the 4th year in a row I've picked a Jam song. This was a single. It wasn't released on an album. It was their first number 1 hit in the UK, their first of 4 number 1 hits in the UK. Fantastic track, but there's so many great hooks in this. Excellent chorus, so memorable. Fantastic track. Number 2, we're going to go to Permanent Waves again. But I'm going with the last track, the showstopper, that is Natural Science. This is one of those slow burn prog songs that it's taken in by the 4-minute, and by the 4-minute song, you're hooked because it goes into that riff. And then it goes into all these different places in this song, different movements. And it is just spectacular. One of their great epics, never gets tired, never gets old. Saw them play this live in Desperado Tour, as a matter of fact. But that's number 2, Natural Science. Number 1,
Yes.
JC mentioned this band before too, but unlike JC, I'm a pretty big fan of the band. And this is off of Remain in Light. It's Talking Heads, and the song is The Great Curve.
And where is it?
Where's the art?
Where Adrian Blue
Yes.
sing on guitar.
Eight-
I almost picked that.
Oh, yeah. Adrian Blue, another guy. That's right, Byron. That's right, Byron. Ain't a show with me on it without picking the Jam. That's right. But we still don't have Great Curve up. Oh, that's all good.
I'm
That's
working on it.
I'll
I
tell
got
you,
set it
Solo
up.
is insane.
With
man.
Grant, you know it's the same as it ever was.
What a solo on the Great Curve, man.
Great Curve, though. Adrian Blue,
Hang on.
fantastic solo on here. He's one of the more distinctive guitar players out there. There you go. But top to bottom, I think this is their best album. And I think right from More Songs About Buildings and Food right through Speaking in Tongues, I thought those albums were all fantastic. But this is excellent track right here. Very funky. It's got this tribal feel to it. It's just very infectious. Fantastic. Number 1 for me is The Great Curve. Talking Heads.
Yeah, I got a question for John the Music Nut.
Sure.
Now you love the Jam. I was wondering, what are your thoughts about Style Council? Do you like that band that Weller started?
I don't know
after
them
that?
as well, but I do have Cafe Blue, their first album. They were even more eclectic because they were, well, then by then the punk was gone.
Mm-hmm.
They were more R&B and dance.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
But-
I really dig the Style Council. I was just getting your thoughts.
Oh,
What
yeah.
you thought about them.
Yeah, I always liked them, but I never bought anything by them until a few years ago when I got
And not the
Cafe
same
Blue.
level that you like the Jam. Obviously.
Not the same level, but the
Right.
first 2 albums were very, very good. Like the rap song that's on Cafe Blue, I'm not into, but the rest of all the instrumentals are really cool. They
Right.
sound like something out of a 1960s movie.
Right.
But Head Start for Happiness, I think, is a wonderful song.
And Weller still to this day continues to have a couple of Style Council type songs on his albums, even on the newest one here.
Yeah,
It's got a
66.
song or
I
two,
just picked
yeah.
it up. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a guy with a huge catalog that that was the first Weller album I ever picked up solo. But I mean, it's a different sound. By then, he was completely R&B. And even when you listen to Jam by the end of their career, like songs like Absolute Beginners,
Yeah,
and
you could see. Yeah.
Bitterest Pill and Beat Surrender, they were going straight, like almost like Motown. Like
Yeah.
Town Called Malice is like that's You Can't Hurry Love's bass.
There
line.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in like 5 years, they're sounded like completely changed.
Yeah.
But the Clash still had a little bit of punk in their sound at the end.
Mhm.
But the Jam just went to it. They
Yeah.
went a totally different direction. But everything was great because
Yeah.
Weller was such a craftsman.
Quite a talent. Quite the talent.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get the attention here in the States
No,
like he
and
does in Great Britain, but
right, and I think he does. I don't even think he tours the states because he stays
No.
in England because, right there. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
walking, living, breathing legend.
plus you get to a certain age and you say, well, I don't want to go through that bull crap in the States when I've got loving fans here, can play live as much as I want to, not be in Toledo one night and then over to Akron and after that
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
Very good.
Are you guys done?
Yes, sir.
All
Sorry,
right.
Grant.
No, I'm good. I don't want to interrupt. You
Well,
guys
that
are on a
old man,
tangent.
shut the F up.
Shut the F up. All right. So we're going to wind this dog up because we've talked a long time. I'm going to go through my 4 real quick because now that I look at it, I'm going, God, did I really choose that? Okay. We're going to go with it because Marlon would just flip out. That's kind of why I chose it. My number 4, I'm going to go with Devo off of Freedom of Choice.
Nice.
Well, I love this record. I could have picked Whip It, but I didn't. I'm going to go with The Girl You Want. I think it's great. Talks about teenage lust and who doesn't like that and how I wish I was 13 again. So, I kind of like it. I think it's a classic. I think it's a great Devo album. We need more Devo here, for God's sakes. Number 3. Now, brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because you thought if DC picked Prince. Get ready. We're going to go with Head from Prince off of Dirty Mind.
Oh,
We're
wow.
talking funk.
Oh, yeah.
This is, well, we know what it's about. I mean, there's a lot of wrong things on this record. Well, for once,
Yeah.
Prince is in his underwear, which could be wrong.
I cannot get behind this cover as well.
No, I couldn't either. But you've
It's not
got
the Tidy
songs
Whities.
about incest. You've got songs about oral. You've got all kinds of stuff. But this is like one of his. It is funky. It is great. It's catchy. It's Prince playing everything.
Oh, you
the
can't deny
studio.
that
You
guy's
cannot-
talent.
The talent, unbelievable. But if you think this is a commercial record, it's not. This is pretty out there.
It is.
Got to look at the comments to see how people are going to slay me on that. Ick.
That kind of sums it up.
Jeff likes Devo. Dagon
Okay.
also feels funny. Something's moving with him.
Annie T likes that Prince album. So
Yeah, there you
Where's
go.
she at? Where? Did she say something? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yes,
Like
best
Banana
Prince album.
Hammock.
Played this to death. Yeah, it's a great record. You have to. Prince was so talented. Oh my God. Well, what's up with this cover? Says B. Look, Devo. I knew Devo would get it.
Hey, Marlon's back.
Where is he?
Oh my God! Did you
miss a
missed
thing.
everything that you love? We covered, Marlon. You missed
Yeah.
everything you love. We covered it.
We covered it, and you left.
Yep.
When You Were Mine's a great. Oh my God, that's on here. That's a great track.
Yeah.
I see something told Marlon to come back in
Yeah.
because of something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marlon, you missed Travers and Shanker.
Yep.
I mean, half the
Finn-
show's been about
yeah, Finn-
Travers for crying
Yeah,
out loud.
The whole,
Yeah.
whole
Travers,
yeah.
Thin Lizzy, Michael Schenker. Oh my God!
Frank
This is
Marino.
gonna-
Frank
Yes,
Marino.
You
forgot
wait
Frank
till I-
Marino. I give up.
I give up.
I
But
give
this
up.
isn't going to do me any favors either. I'm going to go with the English Beat.
Oh,
Mir-
yeah.
Oh, well,
Good
see, there's
stuff.
fans on the panel.
Oh, I love the English beat.
The English Beat, Mirror in the
They
Bathroom,
were
just
close.
can't help it. We're talking some ska. We're talking some reggae. Whew.
Good
Great
song.
stuff.
Good song.
Great record. This is this whole album is a perfect record.
It is.
It is energetic, fun, ska. It might. I don't know. I got to look at the comments because God, I know I'm really. People,
Marlon left already.
Oh,
I just removed my eyes.
Oh, boy.
Oh God, that's so funny. I removed my eyes. But anyway, I like it. So this isn't really my number one, but oh God. Okay, here we go. Please don't judge me, but you're going to judge me. But I like this quite a bit. This is what we would consider early rap. So we've already looked at Rapture by Blondie. We've looked at The Clash doing some rap. I'm going to go with Curtis Blow.
Oh, wow.
The Breaks.
Wow. Wow.
Which I think is a classic. This really is more of a, this to me, when I listen to this, is more funk. And I love funk. But this track, The Breaks, my daughter, okay, I got a story. My daughter, who was born in 2000, thinks this is absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
I would drive her and her friends around. We would put this on. And all her friends, this is like when they were in high school,
Yeah.
would love The Breaks. I kid you not.
Nice.
If you're going to go cruise downtown, shoot the loop. God, in 1980, shooting the loop in Marion, Ohio, you could have
Oh,
played
my
this,
God.
and it would have fit perfect. But I love Curtis Blow. I think absolutely great stuff. And it's not like the rap of today. This is all happy, party, happy-go-lucky. There's nothing negative about it.
No.
The rap was good.
But this is more, like I said, it's a lot more funk than I
Right.
think rap. But
Hey,
that
folk-
crosses those lines.
And folks, we are proud that tonight we have featured more naked and semi-nude men on our podcast than any other music broadcast of the year. So thank you very much. Yeah, very
Yeah,
Mark
you know,
Farner.
you ain't no Mark
Ain't no
Farner.
Mark Farner. Oh, no, you ain't.
No. What a surprise, great choice. Okay. Well, there you go. I do. I absolutely love it. I do. I can't
Well,
help it.
we missed one.
That
Dan
pick
Gar-
blows.
Oh,
These are the breaks. I think it's phenomenal.
Dan Garcher mentioned the love theme from Archie Bunker's Place, which is a fantastic song. That's just shit, yeah.
Now look, this is the content we expect.
Yeah.
That's why you come to the warehouse, folks.
Hey, I didn't know what I didn't rank any of mine. I'm just throwing them out. I do absolutely love the breaks. I'm sorry. I love it. I can't help it.
Plus, you have the connection with your daughter loving that song, and that counts.
And her
for something.
friends, they
Oh,
would
yeah.
just sing it in the back seat.
Yeah.
Think about it. And they were like kids. Well, she's only like 24 now, but I mean, not that long ago.
Yeah.
And driving her and her friends around and playing the breaks. But my daughter also likes Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Well, you
Yeah.
raised her right.
I raised her
You
right.
raised
She
her
loves
right.
all that stuff.
Well, you know
And-
what's funny? Funny. My son loves Dream Police. He
Yeah.
loves Wall of Voodoo, Mexican Radio. He loves Ghost. I mean,
Some
the
of
weirdest
some of it sticks with them. That no
It's weird.
question. Yeah. That's
So
right,
weird.
Mick. He's no Gino Vanelli.
stuff.
I just removed the things that connect to my former eyes. Hey, we like to have fun in the warehouse.
Oh,
Oh, that's so great. I can get rid of
You
Curtis
Sunshine
Blow.
Band. There you go.
Never heard Curtis Blow, but it sounds pretty. Check out the breaks by Curtis Blow. Just
Yeah.
do me a favor.
Some of that earlier rap is a lot of fun.
well,
Curtis
like
Blow,
Grandmaster
oh,
Flash.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Sugar
that
Hill
stuff's
Gang,
Fun.
yeah,
That's
that
roller
stuff's fun.
skating music there too.
Yeah,
It's
check
ro-
out Hard Times by
Yeah.
Curtis Blow. That's a great single too.
What the-
Marlon, I'm glad I'm farsighted.
To Marlon, it could be a chick with a mustache, and that's not all bad.
Mike, is this your first time here?
Oh, Mike, you've had your
Oh.
mind blown.
Wow.
Oh, Mike. We'll never
Mike.
We'll never see Mike again. Can you leave it up?
It's no Candy-O.
It's no candy. Oh, that's a little oiled up chest would work. Annie T,
Oh,
calm
wow.
down. Don't
Oh,
leave
boy.
a mark on
Look
the
out
chair.
now.
We're trying to reach out to the ladies with these cover choices.
I guess
And some gentlemen. That's okay.
this has to be the greatest comment of all. I just removed the
The
thing.
connect to my former eyes. Comment of the night.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, Webb, glad to have you. I'm glad you're here. We're always doing shows like this, so please come back. Please subscribe.
Yes.
I'll give you a wrench. You subscribe, I'll give you a wrench.
His solemn promise.
A solemn
The
promise.
Grant's Warehouse
And it
promise.
won't be a monkey connected to it either.
No.
The Digon fan group
Oh,
with
here
Eddie
we
T
go.
in it. You
Here
rock.
we go.
Oh, you
Da-
Mike, you were there last night when Pete was
Oh,
here?
okay.
Awesome. Great.
Nice.
Oh, you did. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I don't know if Sea of Tranquility started up, but the
Thank you,
Hudson
Principal.
Valley Squares is coming, and no one's left yet, so Hudson Valley Squares must not be
Thank you, Tyler.
up yet. All right, everybody. It was fun talking this stuff. Next time we will do 1981, and that'll be sometime in July, so I'll have to get these guys back. Hopefully they come back, and hopefully everyone will tune in next time as well. We do want to hear from your picks. It's just about talking music. That's all it is. And talking about guys with no shirts on. I don't know. It's weird, but that's what we're doing tonight.
We promise we will not be on the show without our shirts.
Correct.
Right.
I know.
Oh, Byron.
Oh God, Byron, calm down.
It could be our
Easy.
summertime shirtless spectacular.
Well, it is summertime, so.
Yeah, why not?
All right, Mike, thanks for coming. All right, gentlemen, I want to thank Johnny Metal, BM Bolt, Ernesto, DC, and Curtis Blow, and
Curtis Blow.
and John the Music Nut for yet another fun show. So please subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to Johnny Metal's channel, his link's down below. It's been
I'm
there
just
forever. Ernesto's link's down there. Check him out on. He's got a YouTube channel and Instagram and all that. All these guys. Sounds like now I hear someone vacuuming or something.
Sounds like a leaf blower.
That's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, good night, everybody. We'll see you back. What's next on the channel? I don't know. But Wednesday night, I'm going to tell this to Mike. Wednesday night on the Contrarians, we do a live show from 7 to 8 where we talk album covers. Well, that seems to be what we talk about for some reason. But that's always a fun show, so go over there and check that out. All right, everybody. We'll see you. Have a good one, and see you, gentlemen.
Good night, all. Thanks for tuning in.